The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.
How are you?
Excited, slightly overwhelmed.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
how cool is it to have this film, which, by the way, was absolutely amazing. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank
You
you.
did such a great job. How cool is it to have this at the Toronto Film Festival?
Incredibly, and more than I could say in one sentence on your radio show. No, I mean, this
Feel
was a
free,
little
I
idea.
have the beep button.
This was, an idea that my best friend came to me with. I looked for the record before that we came to our interview today, over 10 years ago. It was an idea of like two friends from college, like, should we collaborate together and do something? And then all of a sudden, after years of struggling to get this made, we got together this crazy cast and showed up and somehow got into Sundance and now got into like the largest, one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world.
It really
This
is.
has been, I know that we're supposed to say these things, but honestly, it is like the dream coming true. When
That's
you've
so
been
cool.
fighting for something for a decade, and there are so many times you just believe that you're at the end and it's never going to happen.
Well, let me tell you something. I've talked to all the other cast already. Not only have they said some incredible stuff about working with you, but they're all so proud of this film. And you can really tell when you talk to the star of a movie if they enjoy the film, if they want to promote it. Every single one of these guys that I talk to is just so happy to talk about this movie.
No,
Don't cry on me.
Ash! we had a really good time on set. I think one of the great things about this cast is not only did they like the script, but it was just one of those experiences where we had so little time and not that much money to shoot this on, and having to work so fast made us just worked on kind of instinct and emotion and compassion for each other. And there was no time to overthink. There was no time for I don't know if that worked, let's do it 14 other ways. Like, it was all about, we're only getting through this if we hold hands and we jump off the cliff together.
So, I mean, you have such an incredible cast. You have Harry Potter, you've got Dexter, you've got all these, the dude from Boardwalk Empire. How do you get those people to join forces with you and make such a great movie?
The film Social Network, I
Of
watched
course.
the way they cast that. I love the way they cast that and how they really looked at the next generation of great young actors and put them all together. And that's what I set out to do with this one. And I really just chased hard after the actors whose work I admired so much and who I thought would be right for the role. And then the truth of the matter, if there's any, filmmakers out there listening, aspiring filmmakers, is when they have all this experience and you're a first timer, you got to audition for them too.
Yeah.
Because they need to trust you, that you're going to be able to not only get great work out of them, but ultimately, they're opening up their emotions in front of a camera. They need to feel like they're in good hands. And one thing that I highly recommend is when I started university, I started studying acting to find I was a really horrible actor myself. I noticed this when I was cast as the mime in the musical The Fantastics. I was the mute, excuse me, and I had to mime for 2 hours.
How do you screw up miming?
No, but put on a pair of black lycra tights in front of your family and all of
No,
your
thank
fellow
you.
students,
No,
exactly,
thank
and
you.
mime a wall for 2.5 hours, and have it be the most humiliating experience in your life, and you realize perhaps this isn't what I should be
Those
doing
that
with my
can't
life.
mime direct.
There you go.
Right?
You know what? You're the
Hashtag.
first person to say it. Hashtag own it. Underline. And but having to mime and embarrassing myself that much in front of all these people that I knew made me realize how vulnerable an actor is in front of a camera or on stage. And so really I realized I needed to create an environment where everyone felt safe and everyone felt comfortable. It's not the way I was brought up. I'll never be the person who can kind of beat a performance out of an actor. For me, I work best when I'm around people who are encouraging me and telling me, you know what, keep going, keep making bold choices.
Yes.
And so I did the same with my actors.
So let's end on this, because maybe those people watching this don't know the story. They don't know what it's about. So why should people go and check this movie out?
I mean, the beats continue to be resonant to people because they created a counterculture. They created, a cultural revolution, which was about being authentic, about being themselves, about wanting to do something different than had been done before them, and wanting to make their mark and live a way unlike their parents had taught them, or the ways that life was being offered to them. And obviously, look at the Beats turned into the hippies, turned into the punks. Kurt Cobain worked with William Burroughs in the 90s. Like, their spirit of revolution lives on. And for me, what I really wanted to capture with this movie is that feeling of being 18 and 19 and wanting to do something important and different with your life and wanting to start the revolution. And if this movie inspires some, 17-year-old in Ottawa to, like, put pen to paper, or even, like, an 82-year-old in Montreal to, like, all of a sudden go back and start painting again and wanting to make
What
a
up,
difference.
Montreal?
What up, Montreal? Bonjour, salut.
Nice.
Then I'll feel like this is a job well done.
Dude, thank you so much. I truly loved this. I love
Thank
talking to
you.
you. You're so much fun. Thank you. I could
Thank you,
keep going
man.
for hours. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show. KiSS 92.5.